and let me know which one of you I should look at, because I don't want to go from one to the other. So if I get a question from one side, I want to continue to look at, so maybe a CB, you know, in the middle.
Okay, yeah, CB.
Okay, let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready when you are. Yeah, I think we're ready. So the first thing I think we all want to know is what exactly are we here for today?
Yes, it is important for us, the Onslow County Sheriff's Office, to let the citizens of Onslow County know that we are very hardworking to clean up our streets and take the illegal drugs, the things that poison our young people and even our older people, take them off the street. We have been very successful. We made an arrest, and particularly in the 9 Mile and the Richlands area, where somebody was feeding what I consider poison, opioids, dangerous drugs to our population. It's very important for us to realize that this is, you know, we're very active in trying to clean the streets of Onslow County, but particularly in the 9 Mile and the Richlands area, because we have a major supplier that provided this poison to our people that are addicted. So this investigation, it first came to our radar last summer, and then, like any other criminal investigation, it takes a long time. And the reason that we take a long time is because we want to make sure it's done right, it's done properly, and it's done legally. The arrest that we made, and you have the name that I provided to you, resulted in taking a lot of money off the street and a lot of, well, poisons off the street. This is poisoning our people and getting people addicted. And with the help of the people, we cannot do it without the help of the people. So we listen to the people that provide the information to us. We build a case. We did it properly. We did it ethically, legally, and this is the result. That this is now off the street of Onslow County, and I think Onslow County is better off because of it.
Sir, do you have an approximate value of the street value of the narcotics that was taken in the arrest?
I do not have that information at this point, but if you need that information, we'll provide it to you by a separate.
Can you describe how the investigation unfolded?
Well, typically, we rely on input from our citizens. When citizens provide information to us about drug activity going on and how their neighborhoods are affected by drug activity, or how their family members are affected by drug activity, drugs, if they're illegal, which all these are, it hurts people, it hurts our communities, and appropriate action has to be taken. So what we do is we do rely on input from our citizens, and we have been given that input from our citizens, and then we build a case, and we do this step at a time. You cannot just put everything together and make an arrest. So what we do is we make sure that we present the district attorney a good case that the district attorney can win in court. I have to give credit to our narcotics division, headed by Major Chris Thomas and other leaders. And I think the citizens of Onslow County should be proud of the successes that we've made, but there's still a lot to be done in the future.
Can you comment on the role of undercover agents and how crucial that was for this arrest?
Well,
address that, Sheriff?
yeah.
Okay, wait, hold on. Can we switch microphones? Let me get you on camera. Talking about
You want to come up?
Not really. Well, just obviously undercover.
Yeah. We're gonna have to switch microphones back and forth. Sorry, we need good audio.
That's good.
Here, Steve. Sorry about that. Here we go.
Major Thomas's favorite thing. Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Well, this operation started obviously when we received information from some citizens in the community. The Narcotics Division started an investigation on the individual who was down here in North Carolina living with family members. He was down here also on probation from a conviction in New York for drug trafficking there. Once he became a focal point of the investigation for the narcotics officers, they conducted a lot of hours of surveillance and some undercover purchases as well, which was a vital part of this case. And you spoke to the drug value. The cocaine is roughly $100 a gram on the cocaine. The heroin is running $150 a gram when it comes in bulk form like that. And the marijuana, it can run anywhere from $10 to $50 a gram on it.
How much money is that?
That's $210,767, I believe. And it was all seized from the same individual. You may ask why the jewelry's up there. Those items were also seized as proceeds from the drug sales, as was the two vehicles you see. One was a Mercedes-Benz and the other is a Lexus. The guns on the table obviously taken off the street, one of which has an altered serial number, which is probably stolen from somewhere. And we're in the process of trying to track that weapon down.
Were the items taken from the residence? Or from
All the items were taken from the residence, with the exception of some of the smaller drug amounts on the far corner.
Is that residence sealed now? Is that seized as well, Ridgeview Drug?
It is not. It was a leased residence. He actually lived at one residence and was on probation there, and he had begun in a clandestine manner to secure another residence away from there so he could do his activity there, and probation wouldn't be aware of it.
So do you believe that the narcotics were brought into Onslow County from another region?
In a case like this, that money, what do you do with it?
That money is seized pending the court action, whether it's state or federal. It'll go through the court system and may be forfeited during the course of the investigation.
And we'll follow the law when it comes to that, federal law and state law for forfeiture.
Were other agencies involved in this?
Yeah, North Carolina Adult Probation Services assisted with it, and so did Jacksonville Police Department. We have a really good working relationship with Jacksonville Police Department, and our narcotics divisions work real well together.
Is it possible that from this one arrest that maybe some more, did he have a few people helping him out doing?
It's a continuing investigation, and additional arrests are possible.
This looks like a lot just here at one time on this table. When we talk about previous seizures that we've made, how does this one stack up to that in terms of amounts that we've been able to recover?
Over the past 3 years, we had one other seizure as far as cash goes. It was $180,000. This obviously is larger than that. The cocaine is probably the larger one in the past year or so at least. And the heroin, that is the largest that we've had singly in the past 3 years.
I think it's very important to know that this area was Onslow County area, which is a very large county, and this is the Richlands and the 9 Mile area. So we want the people that live in the Richlands and 9 Mile area know that we are working for them, and our narcotics officers have been very hard working for them to clean up the streets. You know, it's still out there, so we need the assistance of our citizens to help clean up our streets.
And obviously this is a really big bust for you guys, so if this is just one person mostly working this in the community, how is this going to affect drug use?
Well, actually, a lot of times there's competition between drug users or drug dealers. So just because we took one off the street doesn't mean that there are not others out there. And we want the citizens to know we're working very hard, but there's still a lot of hard work to be done. And sometimes you have one dealer turning another dealer in. I don't know whether that happened in this particular case. However, dealers are still out there, and we need to continue to take them off the street.
Can you say where the money was stored that you found that you got a search warrant?
It was stored inside a residence.
In the house?
Yeah.
And like with everything else, the safety of our officers is paramount, and we want to make sure that our citizens know, please look out for the people that are working for you.
I've got just one question from the live here. I don't think it was been mentioned what the guy's name is. I know you have it. I think you handed it out, but can you state what his name is?
Austin Kyle Lee.
Okay.
Are you good?
Yep, good.
Yeah, I got you.
Not anticipating that. Hands right and seal.
You're offside, man. You're offside. You're flagged.
Y'all know this is live, right?
So this is the result of the hardworking work of our narcotics agents, our narcotics officers. And, you know, like I said at the very end, their safety is paramount. But we still need the help of the people. Continue on.
And you said this was a large amount of money and heroin that's been seized in the past 3 years.
Yeah.